Hello everyone, I'm Paul and today we're solving problem 2434 using a robot to print the lexicographically smallest string. This one is another string problem and this can be tricky at first, so here I will show you my intuition step by step. We're given a string S and an empty string T. And we also have a robot which will help us move characters from one string to another. And we also have a piece of paper in which we need to write the lexicographically smallest string that we can build here. And we need to apply one of these two operations until both S and T are empty. First, we can remove the first character in S and append the character to T. Or we can remove the last character in T and write that on the paper. Let's see an example. We get this string, T is initially empty and P is initially empty. We will use P for paper. And we will iterate this from left to right, and each time we are adding the current character to T. So for example, first the I pointer is here, and we are adding C to T. So T has C now. Now the question is, should we add this C to the paper or should we wait? Because remember, we're trying to find the lexicographically smallest string here. And we know that in the future here we'll get an A. So we should wait because we should write an A first in the paper to get the lexicographically smallest string. So we update I, we have another C, and we put this C in T, and now we wait because we know that we will have an A in the future, and we update I. Now we put this A here in T, and A is the best possible character that we can put here in P. So we pop this from T and we put an A here, and then we pop these remaining characters, and this is our final result. Now this is part of the logic, but we are missing something here. When we were at index 0, when we were here, we knew that we would have an A in the future. And to know that, we need to build a frequency map. So our first step will be to build a frequency map. Okay, that's how we know which and how many characters are we having in the future. So first we iterate this from left to right, we build our frequency map, and here we have 2 C's and 1 A. And now we are iterating this from left to right as before. We are currently at C, so we subtract 1 from here. We know that we will have an A in the future, and that's the smallest possible letter in the alphabet. So we need to wait until we reach this character. So we put this C here, we update I, we have another C, this is now 0, we put this C here, now we have an A, we put the A here, the minimum character that we can get here is an A, so we write A on the paper, now we have 0 A's, and now we know that in the future we won't have any more A's. So now instead of looking for A's, we are looking for B's. Okay? So this is the whole intuition for this problem. Let's go with another example just to make this clear. Let's say we have this string, T is empty and the paper is currently empty. We'll use P for paper. And the minimum character is currently an A. This means we are currently looking for A's to put first in the paper. Okay? And now our first step is to build the frequency map. So we'll iterate this from left to right, and each time we are adding the count for each character here in the map. So first we have a B, and we put in the frequency map 1B. Next we have an A, so we put here 1A. Next we have another A, so now we have 2 A's. Next we have a D, so we put 1D here. Next we have a C, so we add 1C. And now with our frequency map, we know which and how many characters are we having in the future at each step. So we start with the I pointer here. We are iterating this string once again, and first we have a B. So we subtract 1 from B in the frequency map. Now we have 0 Bs. We add the B here. Now the question is, should we write this on the paper or should we wait? And the answer is we should wait, because B is bigger than our minimum character, which is currently an A. So we update the I pointer. Next we have an A, so we subtract 1A from the frequency map. This is now 1, and we add this to T. And now the question is, should we add this A to P or should we wait? And here we should pop this from T and add A to the paper, because our minimum character is an A. So the most intelligent thing we can do here is to add first the A to the paper. Now we have another A, so we subtract 1 from the frequency map at A. Now we have 0 A's. This means that in the future we won't have any A's. So our minimum character is no longer an A. We are no longer looking for A's. Now we are looking for the next character in the alphabet, which is B. Because remember, we are trying to find the lexicographically smallest character. So we are out of A's, and now we are looking for B's. And we also know that in the future we won't have any B's. So we update this again, and now we are looking for C's. And we know that in the future we will have one C. We will have this C in the future. So for now we keep this C. And here we have an A, so we add A to T. And the question is, should we add this to the paper? The answer is yes, because A is smaller than the current minimum character, which is C. So we pop this from T and we add an A here. And next we only have a B in T. This means that we should also add the B to the paper. Why? Well, because B is smaller than our minimum character, which is currently a C. So we also pop this and we add a B here and we update I. Now we have a D, so we subtract 1 from the frequency map at D. We add this to T, and D is greater than C. So we are not adding this to P, and we continue. Now we have a C, so we subtract 1 from frequency map at C. This is now 0, and our minimum character is no longer C. We'll update this all the way up to the last character in the alphabet, meaning C. And we'll keep a C forever from now on. So we are currently at C. This means we add this C to T, and our minimum character right now is C, and this is smaller than C, so we pop this and we add this to P. And our next character in T is D, and D is also smaller than C, so we pop these two and we add these to P. Now we reach the end of the string and we return the result. Time and space complexity for this approach will be big O of n. And now let's go with the code and hopefully you will get the idea. First we are building the frequency map, so map equals default dictionary, and we will use a default value of 0 for every key. So here we use the word int. And now for every value in S, map at the current character plus equal 1. Initially our minimum character will be A, T will be an empty array, and P will be an empty array. Just to be clear, this is our stack and this is our paper. meaning our result. And now for every character in S, t.append character, map at character minus equal 1. And now we need to check if the minimum character we currently have is right, or if we need to update the minimum character. We currently have an A, but maybe here we should have a B, a C, a D, and so on. So while the minimum character is different from the last character in the alphabet, meaning C, and map at minimum character is 0, well, we don't have a count for this minimum character in our map, we update the minimum character. So we can take the minimum character, we will transform this into a code, into ASCII code, okay? And from this we can add 1, and we can transform this into a character again with this. So now we have the next character in the alphabet, and we can keep updating this until we have a count for this character in our map, or until we reach C. And now, while we have something in T and the last character in T is smaller or equal to the minimum character, p.append t.pop. And finally we can return the characters in the array in string format, so we use showing here for the array P. So this is it for the code. Now let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.